Hi guys, how's everybody doing today? Well, today is the final day of my series on faith toxins. Now I know there was a lot of really tough things that we talked about and some things you might not wanted to really think about or deal with, but that's all part of helping us get out our emotions and become healthier and more spiritual and have more faith in God. That's what this journey has all been about. And today what we're going to talk about is purpose and identity. What does that mean? Well, today so many of us are worried about, are we thin enough? Are we good enough? Are we smart enough? Are we the best spouse? Can we be better? Do we make good enough grades? What is our purpose in life? What are we here to do? Am I doing things good enough? We all have to deal with that at one time or another, and many of us deal with it every day. We just can't quite seem to get ahead or feel like we're settled, like we're really following our true purpose. Well, there are a lot of different reasons for that, and one of them could be something that's called delayed deliverance. Now, what does that mean? Well, let's say, for example, are you addicted to any type of substance, whether it be a drug, alcohol, smoking, whatever it may be? Have you prayed and prayed and prayed that God would just take that away? And it just seems like no matter how much you pray, you're just stuck. You can't get out of it. Well, there are reasons for that. And for me, I can tell you firsthand that I was a smoker. I smoked for many years, and then I quit. I moved here in 2001, I believe it was, and I was smoke-free for 7 or 8 years. Then, stupidly, hanging out with some friends and doing karaoke and whatnot, I started smoking again. I could not quit to save my life. I tried and tried and tried, and it seemed like no matter what I did, I just could not let go of that addiction. Until one day, God just poof, took it away. I told myself I wasn't going to have another cigarette, and I didn't. I didn't have the urge. I didn't miss it. I didn't have any nicotine withdrawals. Nothing. He literally took it away. It wasn't anything I did. I didn't do it under my own power. I wasn't on the patch or gum or anything like that. Just boom, cold turkey, just one day. And I haven't looked back since. I haven't been tempted. You know, every once in a while I'm around someone and it's like, oh, I remember what that first puff was like. You inhale and the instant relaxation. I really don't feel that. Most times now when I'm around somebody who smokes, I usually just try to get away because the smell just almost nauseates me now. So I am very thankful to God that He took that away from me. And He can do that to you too. But I know sometimes we get frustrated and angry because it's not happening quick enough. Well, as some of you probably have already realized, God doesn't work on our timetable. He's going to do it in His time. And He might be waiting for you to do something. It just really depends on what God's plan is for you. And as always, with all these different things, I've put some related scriptures in there. I really, again, would like you to take some time and go through those scriptures and really meditate on them and really think about what God is trying to tell you. Okay? Now, some other things today that we're going to talk about is unanswered prayers. Okay, we all struggle with that. We all get angry. We all get impatient. Sometimes we take things into our own hands and just do it. Well, again, as you know, that is not God's way. There might be reasons why He's not answering your prayer. And in my blog today, I've listed 20 different reasons why God may not be answering your prayers. And I'm going to be honest with you, they're going to be tough to handle because Sometimes we might be doing something that we don't even realize, okay? Do we have unconfessed sin? Are we needing to forgive someone? There's so many different things that God wants us to do to trust Him. And sometimes that does mean that our blessings are conditional. You know, there's a lot of passages in the Bible that says from God, if you do this, then I will do that. And there's several verses, again, that I've listed that really prove that and bring it home that, yes, God is going to bless us. He loves us unconditionally. But He's not just going to magically do things for us. He wants us to come to Him, and He may ask us to do some things that are very difficult, okay? Now, some of these other things are going to be, persecution is another good one. Persecution. We all deal with persecution, and that comes in so many different ways. It could be oppression, it could be victimization, it could be an illness, it could be somebody at work hounding you. It could be anything. But the first thing to realize is not to blame the person, because we are never fighting against flesh and blood. It is always the enemy. Satan is working on these people to bring us down. And as soon as we realize that and put the blame where it belongs, the quicker you're going to have healing, the quicker you're going to find deliverance, and the quicker that particular persecution will come to an end. Now, there's so many other things that I can go into, but I would like you to read the blog and take some time to go through the scriptures and read them. But today, as I said, is our final day on our faith toxins, and I hope that it has brought some insight to you and maybe helps you to relieve some of the anxieties that you've been feeling, maybe help you to understand why you have some of the feelings that you do, and maybe through God and prayer and the scriptures that I give you, that you can finally come to terms with those feelings and find healing, okay? That is the key to this whole series, is to find healing for our emotions, be able to deal with things that we come into contact with, and first and foremost, trust God and wait on Him, okay? My next series is a guess. It's going to be a surprise starting on Monday, but I'm going to be doing a live later, so hopefully I will see you then. Until then, keep reading, have faith, and we'll see you later.